Hi everyone, this is Karen Hightower, design team member over at Stamp TV for Gina K Designs. Today I'm going to share with you a quick and easy tag project, and these kind of have a leathery looking background to me. I did a distress background using my mono sand eraser. So let me show you everything I used and we'll get started. I have the sand eraser. I'll be using some Versamark ink. I have Gina K Designs premium dye inks in the Turquoise C, warm cocoa, and I have a little bit of prickly pear that I'll use maybe, and then dark chocolate. I have the little ink cube for that one. I will be using my Misti, and I have the images already set up in it. I die cut a tag from the Gina K Designs Therm-o-web Decorative tag set, and I also have the Stamp TV kit Merry and Bright that I'll be using. I'm using the ball, the Christmas ornament, the Merry and Bright, and then a snowflake out of this set. I have some of the Gina K Designs clear embossing powder also, the fine detail powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let me turn my Misti, and let me zoom out just a little so you can see probably a little better. Okay, make sure it's in view. There we go. So I'm going to put my tag over here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my greeting with the dark chocolate. And then I'm going to close my Misti, and I'm going to stamp it on my tag. Make sure my tag's in the corner. And I will probably ink it twice. Well, yep, I didn't get a good impression. Okay, just close it. Get that tag in the corner. And then I'm going to press, 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 and hold it. There we go, Merry and Bright. I'm going to turn my paper over. I use these papers until they're unusable. And I do have the mouse pad that I like. I just haven't opened it and put it in here. It's still in its package. I have one in my mini, and I love it, and I use it all the time, but I just haven't opened the big one yet. Okay, now I'm going to ink up this ornament and the snowflake with the Turquoise C. I'll make sure it gets all over there real good. Make sure there's none on that greeting. Okay, then I'm going to close this. Make sure everybody's in the corner. And stamp. Okay, so next I'm going to clean my stamp, and then I'm going to add Versamark. For the Versamark, we're going to ink up the words and the ornament and the snowflake, all of them, all three stamps. Make sure we're in the corner. Close and stamp. And check it. You can see the, not pressing good on my R's. Let me get my R's. They're not going to heat and emboss very well. Okay. There we go. Everybody's inked now. All right, let me move my Misti out of the way and grab my clear embossing powder. This is the Gina K Designs clear fine detail embossing powder. I didn't use my embossing magic, so if I have little flecks of white, we'll know why. We'll just say it's snow, okay? Okay, so then we're going to heat and emboss this, and I will skip over that part so you don't have to listen to this embossing gun run. Okay. Let me flip this over. It's got embossing powder on it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that mono sand eraser, and I'm going to kind of just erase some of the background. Give it, because it's what it does, it scratches the paper, and if you have real light little ink marks, it will take those off. But if you have, you know, a good inked impression, it's not going to do anything. So we're going to do this. And I did one of these earlier where I inked it and then I sand erased before I added the Versamark and the embossing, and it really turned out good. I'll find it and show it to you. I like the idea of being able to get some of this texture behind the image, so it's not just going up to it, it kind of like goes through the back of it. Okay, so everywhere that I scrub with this, with the sand eraser, it will pick up the ink a little different than the rest of the card or tag. Okay, so let's grab sponge dauber and the warm cocoa. I'm going to start real light. I'm not going to ink this. It already has ink in it, so I'm not going to ink it up anymore, but I'm going to start real light in the center, and I'm going to grab some prickly pear, and I'm going to go in the center with this too. That's all. I didn't ink that up. It already had ink in it, so I just used what was on the dauber. But now I'm going to ink this up really well. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay. So we'll start off to the side and add to it. And you can see where it's grabbing the ink. See that? And there. That's where I was erasing it. So it grabs that ink and kind of gives you a war leather look, or kind of a Southwest feel to it. But I thought I just had to share it with you because it's really a cool, fun technique. And then think about using it on cards, maybe masculine birthday cards or something. Might be really pretty. Okay, I'm just going around the edge of the ornament with a little bit of ink on this so it'll darken it up. Because when this ornament was designed, it has a real nice dimensional look. It's not just a circle with images, it kind of looks round, so I thought that was really cool. So I think I'm going to take my prickly pear and I'm going to give it some warm cocoa on one edge. Let's see if I can get that, yeah. And then I'm going to really go on this edge to darken it up. I want it to look really dimensional. And then let's take most of that off, but I want to go back over the center with that. There we go. Then I'll grab a paper towel, kind of wipe over the ink, pick up any loose ink that might be hanging out, and let me grab some cording. Now on the back of this, you could take your sand eraser and ink it up if you want. I'm going to leave it so I can just put, you know, to and from and put it on a bag or something. So I have this gold cording. I'm just going to cut me a piece of it and put it through here. And that will be it. Thank you for joining me for this little tag project. I hope you like this technique, and I hope you'll give it a try sometime. Here's the other ones that I made using the same background technique. And also, let me see if I can find this one. Here it is. This one I did this technique, but I scrubbed it before. I used the eraser before I added the heat embossing. So I inked it up, and then I kind of went over it with the eraser so it would kind of go behind the image. And I like the way it turned out too. So either way you do it, I don't think you can go wrong. And you can play with this with all kinds of colors. Okay, that's it for me today. I hope y'all have a good one. Thank you, and y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.